2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Brooklyn Nets in their house, Barclays Center. And for Brooklyn, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. We've heard some thoughts on it before, but now that we are able to look back on the Warriors' accomplishment last season, all the wins, the first title in 40 years, how do you view the season they had, Shaq, in a historical perspective?
It was super successful. First-year coach with no experience, win championship. 67 wins put them as a top 5 team of all time. Combination of their offense and defense made them one of the best teams ever. And it was something Kenny and I were not used to. We're used to seeing big guards dominate. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Penny Hardaway. Steph Curry has the same body as Kenny's son. Kenny's son is a 19-year-old. Guy has no chest muscles, but he dominates.
KJ has no chest muscles. But I'll tell you what, people could say what they want, and they said, oh, they won because of injuries. But you beat who's in front of you. Congratulations, Golden State Warriors.
When you look back,
NBA champs.
will you consider them one of the great champions?
Well, to be a great champion, you have to be back-to-back.
Stop it, Ernie.
Three
Cut it
peats.
out, Ernie.
No, I'm just saying that's a 67-win team that won the championship.
WF D. Whoopie freaking do.
WF do.
No, not yet. You have to multiple championships.
Okay,
define great.
Just threw the question out there. WF do. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Conference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Some confidence for Golden State with the win in their last matchup against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, a little tougher maybe than they would have liked, but it came together for them at the end.
Yeah, it certainly was a heart pounder, but often those are your best wins. I mean, a lot of positives they can take away from that game.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
The shot by Curry, no good. Harden outside. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Irving kicks to Harden. 14 feet away. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Curry passes to Green. Thompson against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Green with a screen for Thompson. From deep three-point range. No good.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
They get a hand on it. And Curry, here we go. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Irving against Thompson. Irving kicks to Millsap. Fires it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Millsap's got his first points in this one. Irving against Curry. Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Thompson. And they're on the break. Here's Irving. The 10-footer finds the target.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Outside Curry. Green, the screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now here's Thompson. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Can't hit from the elbow.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Curry passes to Thompson. Green kicks to Barnes. Curry outside. No good. Some solid defense there from Irving.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Harden outside. Back to Durant. 13 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here's Thompson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 to shoot. Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Nets leading by 5. Outside Irving. The dish now to Durant. Harden outside. Monroe with a screen on Bogut. 5 to shoot. A baseline J. That one rolling around and rims out.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Barnes against Harden. Barnes kicks to Bogut. Left side Curry. Barnes against Harden. Barnes can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. Offensive rebound. Millsap. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Thompson. Dishes to Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
You know, it's interesting. It really had been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the media up until last season. And then at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And Golden State also making a change. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Warriors trail by 7. Durant's comments during the All-Star break about the media, he might have been right with some of his comments. I don't know, though, that he really was happy that they came out the way they did.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he made it clear that he doesn't view the media as all that friendly, though.
Now, here's Irving. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York.
And also, give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Here's Curry following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Iguodala missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to New York.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
And here is Curry following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Thompson outside. 4 on the shot clock. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Monroe. Trevor Booker comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
West, that's good.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Harden against Iguodala. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the Warriors with possession here. After the basket by Brooklyn. The 11-footer. No good off the front iron. Brooklyn leading by 7. Mills passes to Booker. Offline with his 3. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Good D by Harden.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Lets it go from deep. Steph Curry with the rebound. Warriors trail by 7. Porter dishes to West. Iguodala right side. From 8. Another miss by Iguodala. Brooklyn's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. To the paint. Kicks it out to Johnson. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Harden missing again.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Pass to West. He kicks it to Spates. Johnson against Porter. Outside Curry. Curry with another miss. Nets leading by 7. The three from Harden. Offensive rebound.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Looking to end the drought. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Are you serious? How'd he come up with that move?
Creativity on the fly. Wow.
Somebody control that man.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. The Nets shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. They set the screen. Harden kicks to Booker. Mills passes to Booker. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Johnson, that's for 2. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim. And he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's Porter with the 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
James Harden. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Harden hits them both.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here is Livingston. Just 3 on the clock. The shot, no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn ahead, up 3. And will return shortly.
Check it out.
And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy? for the entire season? How does he work with this new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Barnes and Green of the forward set. Barbosa is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and, Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
He hits both from the stripe.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
Now here is Barbosa. 9-point game his last outing. Screened by Bogut. Here's Thompson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Thompson's got 5 now.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Warriors trail by 6. Green kicks to Barnes. Thompson outside, from outside the arc, and that one's good. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 12. Here's Millsap. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. He has 6. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now Barbosa. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Really left alone that time.
You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading themselves out, and when you spread yourself out and make the extra pass, it gives you a chance to get good looks from behind the three-point line, and they're draining their chances.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Thompson against Irving. And Thompson kicks to Green. Pulls up. Misses off the left iron. The Nets with the lead. Durant with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Durant, here we go, makes it off the glass. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
As you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
Kevin Curry, who's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And 11 points for Klay Thompson.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Curry against Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
That's good from Irving.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Good on both.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Now, here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Curry dishes to Bogut, and he gets it to go. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. Durant with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. It's Durant with the drive, and that one hits back iron.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 11. Clock at 6. Outside Curry. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Irving passes to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. That's 12 points for Kevin Durant.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Green, to the paint, got a piece of it. Mills with the steal. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Irving double team. Lets it go. Again, Durant missing. Warriors trail by 4. Curry knocks it loose. Here's Irving. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Thompson outside. Screened by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Curry. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Mills. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Durant gets it to go, the assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 6.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Thompson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
Durant. Shot misses. Great D that time from Iguodala.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And they call over the back here, too much contact. Some changes for Brooklyn. Booker, he's checked in for Monroe. Johnson comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's James Harden in for Patty Mills. And the Warriors also making a change. West is checked in. Warriors trail by 4. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Green, and Porter subbed in for Klay Thompson. Now Johnson, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Johnson outside, shoots off the screen, tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Booker's got 6.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backcourt.
Great for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
And here is West after the three-pointer from Joe Johnson. That's good. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Irving is in.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He has 17 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And so Irving nails both of them.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Livingston kicks to Porter. At the top of the key, Livingston. Spates sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Good on both.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Outside Irving. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. And the technical free throw is good. The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Nobody near Irving. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 22 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Johnson against Porter. West kicks to Livingston. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the stuff by West.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Nets leading by 7. Harden kicks to Irving. Takes a 3. No luck, so Golden State will take it the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be game 5 of 7 on the road. Now, here's Porter. 5 points in the game. Picked by West. 4 on the clock. Launches it. No good. Great D that time from Irving. Porter with the steal.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Here's Johnson following the score by Golden State. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
44 seconds left to play in the first half. Here is Livingston, covered by Irving, and stolen by Irving. To the inside. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here is Barbosa. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Porter dishes to Spates. And the pass to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Warriors the rebound. Here's West. And he can't bank that one in. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you obviously found your rhythm offensively. Tell us how you've gotten into that groove.
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. They're doing a great job of penetrating and kicking.
and I'm not trying to force anything. I'm playing my game with an offense, and shots are starting to fall for me.
Kevin, thank you so much. Always a humble superstar, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 22 points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets? And over to Kenny, what did you think about Golden State?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely a hustle stack. Right now, they're getting out-rebounded. They need to commit to changing that. Those extra opportunities afforded by better rebounding are key for them to win tonight.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.